We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and the mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and the mind. Two nights and the mind. Two nights and the mind. Two nights and the mind.
Hi,
Hey,
hi. I'm Tuli, one of your hosts. Hello.
Hello.
I am the love doctor.
Okay.
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. What more can I say? Oh, yeah.
Hey now. 8:30. Know how to be here. We
That's what
8:30.
I'm talking about.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. Let me tell y'all something. Listen, it's something about the power of communication. Listen, it's all about communication.
I think it's
learn how to communicate with people. They start showing up on time. That's all right, ain't it? That's all right.
it's understanding.
Yeah. Want to send a special shout out to my number one fans, Jordan out there, Ian out there, and all the people I haven't had a chance to read all y'all emails, but I'm getting around to it. My apologies if I haven't responded yet, but I just know I appreciate the support. I really do.
His secretary would check soon. Correct. Love doctor.
Whatever.
Okay.
But y'all ladies doing pretty good.
Yeah, how about you today?
Listen, I'm doing good. I had a chance to attend a board meeting.
Ooh. How was it?
Oh yeah. And you ain't gonna believe who I saw at the board meeting.
Who?
Yes.
Who?
Come on, Tuli, take a guess at who I saw.
Everybody you laid eyes on. Who?
Listen, I saw the one, the only Tuli live in living color doing her thing. Oh yeah. Now let me tell you something. She's so authentic. She has sayings that she do at the end of the show. You know, she actually do those in real life.
Do you have that saying she said that day?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Was it something about excellence or something? Go ahead. What was it?
Yes.
I'll save it for the end. I got
Go on, give it to her at the beginning. We need one at the beginning and one at the end.
Okay.
You already got it. So just read the one you did at the listen. She sounded so sincere and so serious. I was like, oh my goodness. You so you know how much you inspired me that day.
Don't do that.
Wow.
Oh lame. Oh, I forgot. What was it? What was my purpose?
I felt like it was something about excellence.
Yeah, I know. I just have to go. It's in my bag. My bag is just upstairs.
Oh, you mean you keep them in your bag?
Oh, wait. No. I have my notes. So let me. It might be down here.
You mean you keep them in your bag?
Oh, so you mean tell me like throughout the week you'll think of something, you'll just write it down in your notes? Is that how that works?
Or yeah, it goes like that too. Hold on, just a second. Be right back.
Look at him. She is unprepared.
You
She's
put her
totally
up.
unprepared. I might have put on the spot. I might have definitely told her just put on the spot. You know.
Anything out of the ordinary that happened to you this week, love doctor?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Believe it or not, something that happened to me this week was today I turned on the news, and did you hear about the helicopter crash?
Yes, so sad.
How about I was literally on that same plane flight 2 weeks ago.
No way.
When I saw it, like I was like, oh snap, I know exactly what that is. That airline, oh yeah. That area, I was like, wow. So
that is crazy.
Yes, that is crazy.
Let's see who has
Plane, right?
To live
was
2 more
definitely
weeks.
too me older.
Wow.
What you say, too?
What did you say about that, Wayno? I heard you say.
I was making a comment about the helicopter crash. I don't know. Did you hear about the helicopter crash this morning?
Yes, I did. I heard some. Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, what I was telling Dr. Joe is just coincidental that I was on that same flight 2 weeks ago. So when it happened, I realized everything. I knew the exact location, all that stuff, because I was on that flight 2 weeks ago. I was like, wow. So, man, just talk about somebody really feeling thankful and grateful right now. Man, that really hit close to home, you know.
That was Kansas. Oh, really? Oh, wow. You went.
Well, you were going to Kansas?
No, I don't know what she's talking about. That happened in D.C. in the Potomac River.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Okay. So anyway, but yeah, that was very, very sad. So like everybody, you saw the team, they were kids. Oh, it was a lot.
Yeah, I heard there were kids that call it? There were kids that do sports, and they all died.
You know, I heard there was some Olympians on the plane or something like that.
Yeah, what surfers? There you go. They were all surfers.
Yeah, like Olympic surfers or something like that.
I said skaters. They were surfers. Okay, okay.
Well, I don't know. I heard it was a lot of people, and it was only like 60 people.
Skaters.
Because those plane flights, they're really small. Those are really small planes that land there. I remember when I went, the plane was so small. I was like, wow.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
So you know what? The another bad thing about it. Anyway, I don't know, but did you know that the president said that I guess it was some feelings that DEI policies played a role in the crash.
They were saying something that makes sense. But it wasn't a helicopter.
The policies, yeah.
I have the video too. If you want me to play the video,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, now the video is about 4 minutes long. I'm gonna try to fast forward to the section.
The one
where he talks about the DEI, where the guy's asking a question about the DEI, and he attributed to. I'm gonna try to get it to there. Let me pull the screen up. Let's take a look.
Right.
Last week, long before the crash, I signed an executive order restoring our highest standards for air traffic controllers and other important jobs throughout the country. So it was very interesting. About a week ago, almost upon entering office, I signed something last week that was an executive order, very powerful on articles that are stress that they have that are very special, partial paralysis to a little spot.
Do this right here. Let me scroll through. Give me a moment. I need to find the exact spot because my life issues. So let me pinpoint that exact spots where he talks about the DEI.
Fair use. And also, yes, Stasia said, yeah, it was, they were figure skaters. I thought they were skaters. I'm like, skiers? What?
I thought they were it was surfers. I don't know why, but yeah, you're right. They were skaters. I know some type of sport, and they all died. It's so sad
because the water was so cold. Oh my gosh. Ooh, child.
Crazy. I'll tell you what, it was amazing. though. It was definitely amazing. What just happened? But I think I've almost found that fight. Y'all give me about a few minutes or whatever, and let me pull it up. I'm going through.
I'm a little concerned about your reaction. What was amazing? Just put the video.
That's how they'll be paying full attention. They just say so. You be like, huh? Did you? Did you? What is? Okay. It's all right.
You're looking for that video?
Yeah, I'm asking if y'all could stall and give me
any.
All right, I just found it.
Okay, darling.
Yeah, I believe I just found it. Let me go ahead and load it. Here we go. That press conference was like about 30 minutes long, so I was just trying to fast forward through a lot of the.
You were there. Okay.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
On DEI and the claims that you've made, are you saying this crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard. We've had a much higher standard than anybody else. And there are things where you have to go by brain power. You have to go by psychological quality. And psychological quality is a very important element of it. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden. And Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite.
The transfer of their remains, considering
Yes, we
the
will.
fact there is no direct air travel between the two countries.
We've already been in contact with Russia, and the answer is yes, we will facilitate. Yes. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. The situation.
The ones
Yeah.
who made the mistake.
It's all under investigation.
I understand that. That's why I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't. We want brilliant people doing this. This is a major chess game at the highest level. When you have 60 planes coming in during a short period of time, and they're all coming in different directions, and you're dealing with very high-level computer work.
Let me
and
just
very
rewind
complex.
it just really quick. I think that was it, the little comment right there at the 28-minute, 50-something second mark. Let's see.
That the controllers made any mistake. We then said perhaps the helicopter pilots were the ones who made the mistake.
It's all under investigation.
I understand that. That's why I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense. Okay. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
So here it is. That's that quick clip about him being asked that question about diversity and DEI, and his response is because he has common sense. That's how he knows. What do y'all think about that?
He's crazy.
That's kind of tough. That was tough.
I want to wait to see exactly what the what are the details about the actual pilots. What I'm starting to notice a trend, and y'all let me know if I'm mistaken or if it's just me. But if you see someone who is not white that's hired and working the job, you'll say, "Oh, that's a DEI hire." So I don't know if they're saying if there's a pilot who's black, you automatically say that's a DEI hire. I don't know, but it seems the trend that I'm seeing is almost like whenever you see someone who's not white in a position, you just assume it's a quote unquote DEI hire. Y'all see the same thing happening in y'all perspective?
You mean certain positions, right? Not all, but yeah. Certain high-ranking positions you're thinking maybe?
Right, correct. Any managerial director position, anything like that, yeah. I've even heard people make comments where they say elected officials. They say even that the elected officials are DEI hired. Mm-hmm. I've heard Kamala Harris referred to as being a DEI hire.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Food must be good.
That has to be good.
What's on the menu?
It's edible. It's edible.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Edible, that's all? It's just edible? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
He said,
second plate, too. FYI.
Oh, wow. But it's just edible. But it's the second plate, preacher.
I'll eat. We appreciate it.
That's okay, that's fine.
Shirley made one thing on their plate. Don't try it.
Oh, I already know what she did. Oh, delicious.
I'm showing you a combination of two. Thank you, sir.
Anyway.
But something interesting that I learned while he's eating that food is affirmative action. DEI, affirmative action. What I didn't know, and y'all might know this, is that initially I thought that affirmative action was for quote unquote black people. But it's actually not. It was actually developed
there was a word that's been used and redefined known as minority. And I used to think that the word minority meant black people, but it doesn't. Minority means, you know, anyone in the minority class, such as females. You can be Hispanic, you can be Romanian, you can be left-handed, you can be overweight, you can be transsexual, you can be lesbian, you can be gay, and all that right there is considered minority. So oftentimes when people hear DEI, they automatically associate it with black people. But I was looking at some statistics and it's showing in terms of that DEI program, only about 18% of black people were hired under the quote unquote DEI initiative. We're saying the majority of the people hired, I think it was about 70% of the people hired in DEI hires were all white females. So I was surprised by that information as well, but it's just interesting to know.
You know that?
All white females home.
I stated that before in the past that the two discriminated minorities that came up before was the white woman and the black man. Yeah, that's been for years. The white woman and the black. Look at for president. The black woman is running. The white woman ran. How far did she go? You got Kate Payton, Sarah Payton. Then you had Dole, Dole wife. And see how far they went.
Elizabeth Dole. Yes, I remember her. Oh my gosh, yeah. She stopped early.
To their what?
She stopped real early.
No, she went for a while. She didn't start early. They realized, hey, how far they gonna go?
Is she?
America not right. When you look at minority, anything can be a minority. A lot of these groups, a lot of these programs were put in play to help assist with people of color. You know, a lot of times you have to disguise stuff to get it by for people of color. And what's good about Trump and what people need to know? Let Trump do everything he does. This will push people of color to become more conscious of what they've done. A lot of things we felt we didn't need, or we felt like we accomplished. One white man gets in office, he show you how he'll unravel everything.
Oh boy.
Fast too.
Yeah, fast, so fast.
Again, y'all got to remember though, he serves at the pleasure of the people that elected him. Well, some of us elect. I admit I voted for him. I voted for him because I never expected anything out of him on a lot of levels. The economy was an issue for me. The massive immigration and how much we're paying for the people to be here was a problem for me. And the homosexual agenda these were my three main agendas. I know he said, "Oh, look how it's hurting us now." Well, let's look at how I'm a business owner. I own a few businesses. They killed me. The Biden and listen, they had no plan of recovery. They had no plan of getting out of the war. Anytime he gets to war, he's stuck. He's just a thinker, and she's a product of his administration. So therefore, that hurt her. She could have possibly turned her initiative. She did not have a real agenda. It was for I'm gonna get the homosexuals their operations. It wasn't anything about. She told them. They asked her, "Well, what about what blacks?" And I know. And it should be around one race because one race is not the majority right now. Or one race, if you are the majority of people, it takes all of us to make up America. So someone needs to be in there to make sure all of these races' needs are being met, to some degree. You can't fix every problem, but on the masses end, what's important that affects everybody. She said, hey, she wasn't doing anything for blacks. She said blacks benefit from whatever policies they go. That's her. So when they get on Trump, they need to listen to the person that you did vote for, how she felt about you. She never claimed you until it was needed to get into a black university. You know what I'm saying? Under disguise of being black. She's an Indian, American, Indian that grew up in Canada. She claimed California. She grew up in Canada. She had to go to college. Born in California, raised in California. Go to Canada, go to school in Canada, come back to America, which I mean here and there. But at the same time, we just have to look at people. She never claimed the Jamaicans. You're a Jamaican. Why would you be ashamed of your race? Nobody picks a race. Nobody should be ashamed of whether black, white, Hispanic. Well, listen, all these races have played a part in the detriment of other races. if you want a party to it and you don't consent to it, there's no reason for you to be ashamed. I don't agree with any group of color, black, sub-Saharan, Negro, what you want to call it, going around killing white people or white babies or raping them or Hispanic or any other race. I'm not a supporter of it. And if it is, that's them and they wrong and they should be prosecuted. And every race should take that stand. Everybody should have a free and an equal chance if you are an American. That's just bottom line. I don't expect to get the same rights in Mexico or Japan or anywhere else. I'm not a citizen there. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. So I expect the United States of America to give me what is due. You know what I'm saying? My the rights I received as a human being, they can't give me, but the rights I have as an American, it needs to be ensured. So this is why these DEI programs were put into play. Make sure that we were being picked. Now, it's not enough of us in position. You will notice 1, 10, 5, 15, 30 people of color in position will never change the fact of the power of white America or what white America wants to do. One white person in position can be more powerful than all the black guys. Hakeem Jeffrey, you know what I'm saying, for in the house, what he's with in the house. Whomever, wherever you put these, but you put them on the Supreme Court, they'll never have any power. Now, I'm not mad at Trump for that. I'm mad at us because we take whatever they give us versus we have to push for and demand. We have to learn how to build among ourselves first. There needs consensus among us as people. So we move certain things. Listen, none of the laws he's passing now, none of the what are those executive orders? But you know who is not affecting? It's not affecting the white Jewish people.
Right. Never.
Not affecting the Asians. You got to look at races they're not affected because they are respected for their dollars. Now the Hispanic people, the so-called Negro, the other little small ethnic groups, we need to learn how to strategize. We need to learn how to move and walk. Just like now, they're all trying to force Costco to get rid of their DEI program. Costco won't do it. So now people of color are flooding Costco to shop. I told them why.
Yeah.
Saying, I told, hey, go to Costco. She says hire. But this is the thing you do. I don't have time to stand outside with a sign and yell. We have to show them how we move.
Right.
Stop stopping them. You got rid of program. And why was the program instituted? Because there was an issue. This is the first thing people realize. The program was put into play because why? There is an issue about hiring people of color.
Right.
Other ethnic groups that are minority. But people of color have been discriminated against in America longer than any other race. Every other race can pick up their stuff and go back where they come from. Except for us. Everybody can go back to where they came from except for us. And it's time for these things to be addressed. And we got to do it in a way where you need to listen with a sympathetic ear and hear what we're saying. Yeah, black people always gripe at people. Nobody griped more than you did 2020, January the 6th. You gripe more than anybody. You tore up the nation capital. We talk about illegals coming in America. We talk about they are criminals because they illegally entered. I don't know how you could say that with a straight face and not say that the people that went into the house on January the 6th did not illegally enter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They should be deported. Listen, I'm fair. Listen, you're going to send those people who illegally entered here to Guantanamo Bay, send January 6th people right along with them. But I know white people are not going to agree because you always see your people as hero even when they're wrong. Whenever they're just being honest, we got to start dealing. Listen, in order for all of us to be better with each other, we need to express our indifferences in a way that is fair. You're saying that these people illegally came into the country and that they were criminals. This is what you said. If that door was not open saying enter, come in at your welcome, then these people did the same thing they did on January the 6th. And they came in with violence. Now, all these people have been, let's just be fair. Let's take the people, treat them fair. Let's get them out. I'm not saying let them stay because of January 6th. I'm just saying we need to be fair.
Yeah. Right.
Let's be fair, because you can't say that they criminals and you're not going to say these people came on January 6th not criminals. You said, well, there were some other entities working that caused that to happen. You ain't gonna believe it. There were some entities working in America that caused them to come over illegally. Because first of all, if they couldn't be hired, they wouldn't come. If they weren't given housing sanctuary cities, they wouldn't come.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing you saying happened on January the 6th, that there were some people that helped with that invoking of what happened. I'm saying the same thing happened here. There's no way. Why ain't packing up going to another country? Because they're not going to take care of me. They're not going to give me anything, especially above their citizens. You can say Democrat, but let's be fair now. The Republican Party were for job cuts. They were for getting rid of these people and getting contractors, getting rid of employees. They were the group that introduced this. They're the group that introduced bringing in cheap labor. That's how a lot of them came in the first time. They were coming in doing cheap labor. And you know what they would say? At least they'll work. So now when they overpopulated, they've come over and their kids have got an education. They start seeing them on the workforce and seeing they working under them. It's time to get rid of them. Let's just be fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's not racist. See, this is the thing. You can't get intelligent conversation out of people that won't admit they're wrong. I will admit we've done wrong. Have we been fully fair with America? No, we have not. But let's just be practical. America has not shown us enough to say, hey, throw in your hat. Let's all put our money in one sack and work together.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing we found in those sacks were us and our babies. Now, can this be repaired? Yes, it can be repaired. But we got to start out with, we got to address the real problems. We cannot keep just bypassing the social ills of America. She'll never get fixed. Trump is good on a couple of ends. On the other, he's terrible. His cuts is going to kill us. They're bad ideas, and it's going to hurt a lot of whites as well as blacks and other people. We need to get rid of government spending. The problem happens, you have people employed. They need to go get a job. You're not going to believe it. They had a job. So now when you get rid of them, who's going to pay the unemployment? See, a lot of time for people who run behind a lot of this, and I ain't no Trump hater. Again, I voted for him, but I did not go along with everything he does. Go ahead.
Right.
Something I wanted to hit on really quick. I want to share with you a comment that you made. I made earlier about minorities, how they took that word. Another word that they also took and ran with is a term known as people of color. Let me talk about people of color. I want everybody to understand that people of color is a term that's actually been redefined to mean blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and Asians.
Mm-hmm.
So oftentimes that's another terminology such as, people of color, colored people, that now is taken away from what we're actually trying to do, because initially colored people they were black people, but now the term people of color is referring to blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and Asians. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. I heard you say the word people of color, and I recently learned that that's a terminology that they as well has taken too. So when we're making we're talking about our plight as far as pigmented people, we have to refer to an actual lineage, and we have to get away from using colors. The lineage that we have to refer to now, what I'm hearing this organization, they're trying to get people to lean towards, they're called descendants of American slaves. Knowing that people who, if your family was an American slave, you come from the lineage of an American slave, now they're trying to identify the harmship that we refer to now, that the harmship of people who are actually descendants of the American slaves. We're the ones who are in need of the reparations. We're the ones who are in need of the restoration. And one article that I saw recently this week that I want to share with y'all is Trump just granted reparations for a Indian tribe. I wanted to share y'all this particular article because Trump has signed a lot of different executive orders, but I haven't really heard too many people hit on this particular executive order that Trump recently signed about black people. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a 30-second clip of the actual CEO of this native Indian tribe, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the actual executive order that Trump recently signed. Let's take a closer look. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Lowry, chairman of the Lumbee Tribe, and I want to take a moment and wish you a happy Easter. As we reflect on Christ's death on the cross on this Good Friday, we are reassured that the coming resurrection on Easter will bring peace, comfort, and the joy of salvation. This is the most sacred time within Christianity, And I would hope that you all will stop and reflect on this holiest of days and enjoy time with true family and friends. Happy Easter, everyone.
That's the Lumbee tribe. They were just awarded reparations. And what we got to do is the word that has a stigma to it is reparations. The word that the terminology that they use, in which the federal government uses, is called federal recognition. And this right here is the executive order for federal recognition of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina. He just signed this on January 23rd. Not going to go over everything, but basically the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina is now federally recognized. And there's about 60,000 people in North Carolina who are now going to get, their estimate is about over $100 million that they're receiving reparations for the detriment of their native tribe. What do y'all think about that?
I hadn't heard that the first time I heard that. I mean, if it's due to him, give it to him. I mean, I don't know.
So it's interesting because whenever I hear, you know, people who are descendants of American slaves, when I hear them talk about reparations, it's a mixed opinion. Some people say we need financial literacy. We need to be educated in terms of if we get all the money, we don't know how to spend it. We just going to go and give it back to the white man and so forth and so on. We need to work hard. We need to look at, you know, financial literacy. We need to take turn. We can't work together and stuff like this, but yet people are still literally being granted reparations. This is 2025. And within 7 days of Trump being in office, he's already granted federal recognition to a group of people. So I think we definitely are entitled to it. I mean, who's experienced more hardship than us who are the descendants of American slaves?
I think one, either that this is your reaction is a reaction that they want to get. And I think two, I think you guys should get your monies. I do agree. I feel like everybody that needs to get their money should get their money, not only one particular group. He just started, so I am quote unquote hoping that he does do some type of recognition for the Black Americans, you know. But I feel like if they also, you know, like Smitty said, give it to them. If it's something that they needed as well, I feel like I don't see anything wrong. But you know, I feel like he should do what he needs to do for everyone, not just for one group. That's my opinion.
Well, I don't think I know. One thing is stop jumping the gun off name titles or groups, you know, jumping descendants of slaves. The one reason why people of color never really advance, they can't get a solid foundation. They incorporate other people with it. It doesn't mean we have to change our name, our gender. We know who we are. Everybody, people of color, are known for being descendants of slaves. I think you have to get rid of some of the titling and start becoming effective with what needs to be done. We'll spend more time saying, I'm a descendant of slaves. Sometimes when you say things, you kind of more or less become coherent to that behavior. Like you start to act as though a descendant of slaves. The people who they brought over, and then this is the problem become every one of us can't prove that. Some of us were here before that. That's why we need to get away from that, because it's more confusion than repair. There were people we were here before what's called American Indian. This is factual. The American Indians will tell you that. There's video. You get them. The original Indians were black. The people that were here were people or what they call the Native Indians. The Indians are people. If you look at their mix, Hispanic and white. The Hispanics were here first. We were in Mexico. All these places we've traveled, we've been here. So I don't think we need to jump the gun on name changing. We need to first sit down and let's get an agenda. Let's get a purpose for what we're doing. Then we start to work toward that goal. I think that too many people have played with us in Thailand. What we need to call ourselves, this is separate ourselves. First of all, you know, color is distinguishing anybody that's not white. Non-white is colored, okay? So they play the games of, okay, you include Hispanic, you kind of fall into the game plan. They play a lot of games with words.
They do.
that we need to get. Now, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying? We every time we get a name or a gender, they change. We find out black is not real. Black means colorable.
Right.
Something that's not real, something that pretends to be. So we had to drop the black title. We had to drop we black people. We say stuff and that's why a lot of it doesn't pass. Even a black judge got to ignore it because he knows from looking at the law book that he's going to school and he's studying and he's on the bench to defend the Constitution that there is no such thing as black. Black is something that portrays itself to be something. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem. When you playing word games with them, it's all about when you say things, what's my definition of the word when you use it? You say, I as a black man feel that I have not been treated fairly. Can you put a definition in law so the people watch it can see it well? In the law, what's the law dictionary definition of black? And the name of the book, what makes it so make no sense? The name of the books are called Black Law. So if I'm telling you that black is something colorable, something that portrays to be real and not, then what is black law? So, I mean, it's just so many things, you know, and that divisiveness with playing with words. Again, they use words at their discretion. They tell us whether or not it's antiquated or not. If they don't use it anymore, that's antiquated. Black's Law Dictionary.
Give me 1 minute. Let me. But you're spot on, and you're spot on because it's frustrating. It's like they move the goalposts. They're always changing, defining, redefining. Like the word reparation. Now it's so much of a negative connotation to that word, you almost can't even use it anymore. It's crazy how they do it. You're right, they're constantly changing things, and that's the most frustrating about it, you know.
Well, let me tell you what the problem again is. The problem again becomes you have to stop allowing them to define you. Our problem has been as quote unquote people of color, Black Americans, what you want to call it. We've always allowed other people to define us. And when they define us, they give us what we say, what our initiatives are. We always get our initiative from parties, political parties, these groups that have already sold and integrated in with them. And these people become the poisoners of us because they come back saying, hey, I talked with them. We're going to do this and they're going to do it. And we run behind these agendas. No one's talked to us. We got to stop these long gunner runner off to come back to bring a message back from Boston. We all need to sit down for ourselves. We need to sit down and our issue needs to be, no, all of us can't talk, but we need to hear the issue being expressed in front of them. And we don't need everybody talking. We need everybody input on what our agenda is going to be. Okay, how we're going to move. Once we all agree, then we move forward at that, we move forward into making that a reality. With doing that, there needs to be a conversation with white America, its rulers, its governors, everybody, to express to them what our intent is and what we will be doing. So you got to get away from asking. I'm not asking nobody to let me in my home. That's retarded. It's my home. I'm coming to my home. So we're not going to ask you to let me be an African American.
Right. Even that definition has changed.
Well, I don't subscribe to them anyway. So I
This makes no sense.
You'll spend trying to find what word they do acknowledge you. This is how they do. They send you back on a wild goose chase. First of all, they got us with when first we get hired for a job, we didn't have any education. Then we didn't have a high school diploma. Then we got a high school diploma, you need to get college. Then you get to college, you need to have some certification or you need other degrees. Listen, when we would come along, you could count on one hand how many people had a doctorate degree, let alone a master's.
Oh,
when a person had a master's, you will revere and respect the master.
Right.
A master's now is just like associates, or it's nothing. Which I'm not belittling anybody's degree. Please don't think I am. But it's just where whenever you accomplish something, it's nothing. Now they'll come along. People have 2 doctorates. So when you
it doesn't even matter anymore how many degrees you have.
Yeah, they have. You know what I'm saying? They beat you out on every. So this is the end. Let's stop making them our competition. We need to learn how to create within ourselves. Listen, America can't function without dollars. Okay, We have to do the same thing. When they bring their goods to us, we put tariffs on. We make their things when they bring them to us. We put a price on it to where our people won't buy it to get them to purchase our goods. That's what he's doing with America.
Yeah.
Every state, listen, United States, they'll call it United. Every country is working for its good. Every one of these states over here working for their good, even though it's the United States. We can still be United States. They don't control that, but we need to work for our good.
Mm-hmm.
You think South Carolina is working to help improve Georgia? Tennessee is working to help improve Arkansas? Not my problem. But they're still the United States. If somebody comes over to attack Georgia, attack Arkansas, guess what? All of the other states will have an involvement. But the first thing is self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first line of defense. First, self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So we have to stop people and educate people on how to start thinking on themselves. Start controlling matters that affect you. Start voicing, start understanding things that we have to do. Look, it makes no sense. None of these white neighborhood schools have deprived schools. Because you know what? Explain to me how the state of Georgia curriculum is the same for all of Georgia. It's not different for Rockdale, some different, and some different in Marietta. It's not different in Norcross, something different in Fulton County. It's the same system. It makes zero sense to have failing schools in the same state.
Right.
It's the same program because it's a way that you can educate a person and you can get them to comprehend it. They purposely don't educate them so they can comprehend it. Let me tell you what makes a difference. The setting makes a difference. Look at the school. Go to any of them schools in Norcross. Go to any of them schools in Cobb County and see how many of them run down dilapidated in the playground. Because when you put a person in an area and it has a nice vibe, it don't have the odor stench broken down. You know what I'm saying? Kids learn differently. If you look at the lunch, go look at the lunch in those schools and look at the lunches in our school. Mind you, the federal government is giving the lunches to all of these kids in the state of Georgia. Go look at the lunches in Norcross. Look at the lunches that you get over in Sandy Springs. Look at the lunches you get in Cobb County.
Yeah.
And look at the lunches in Rockdale, Newton County, DeKalb County, and see if it's the same lunch.
Absolutely. And that's in every state, preacher.
You know, but this is the thing. We allow it. It's the same. Listen, if Cobb County is eating better than us, they're doing it off of our money. All of our money is being taxed and going to the state. Not most of our money in the county. Our money also going. All these counties paying they're kicking back money to the state.
Yep.
That's how the state defends us. The state is the same premise of the United States. The only reason the federal government gets involved when there's a storm, gets involved if there's a fire, gets involved if there's a tragedy, a catastrophe, or it's a collapse of a state is because we pay them our money. And we pay you that money for our protection and for bailout. The counties do the same thing with the states. So now what these counties got to do, DeKalb County, any other county, we have to stop giving money to the state until the state stops ignoring us. You want to get crime down, put these kids on a better system. It don't make sense to take money away from the schools. That's retarded. If the schools are failing, that means we need to get in and find out what we need to do to repair the school. Is it a lack of money the reason the school is failing? To get more qualified people, to get the kids what they need in school. Healthy lunch, they taught us that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. If you look at the meal, it's subpar. A honey bun and milk for breakfast?
Sugar.
Now, guess what? For a kid that's quote unquote a color, now they bouncing off the wall. Now there's a write-up. Go to the principal office. Call your parents, write them up. 3 more times, now you suspended.
Yes.
It's the quickest way and the cheapest way to give them to get them out of school. We have to demand better.
Yeah.
So I've been doing some digging trying to find
the same thing. Eric. Please say that one in your nose or your behind.
What?
Clear it up. When you say I've been doing some digging, say where you were digging at.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if I tell you I've been doing some digging, if I don't tell you where I'm digging at, ain't you sitting around wondering nose or behind?
No, so I've been doing some digging trying to find it, and now they went back and redefined it, and I can't even find the articles anymore. So it's frustrating. I don't like how they keep changing stuff. You know, I've been sitting here trying to do it, and everywhere they switch it over again.
Okay.
What are you talking about specifically?
So he was asking me about the word black. Remember, he asked me about the word black to go and look up the word black.
Oh, that's right.
Everywhere I've been going to try to find the origins of it, it's now been shifted and changed.
Oh,
the word black.
Goes back to how he's saying that they're constantly going rechanging it and redefining, and it just how do you win? You know.
You can't win. Can't get out of the game. Yep.
Yeah, but that's absolutely true. The schools, certain school systems are set up to make our kids fail. The programs.
I sent you something, Dwayne. It's in our thread.
Okay.
When it comes to programs, from food to education, what they're giving our kids, and the minority, I'm gonna say quote unquote minority, is horrible. It's horrible. Setting up our children for failure.
Did you see that comment today that RFK, Robert F. Kennedy, just did before the during this commissioner hearing?
What was
this confirmation hearing? They questioned him, they butchered him about that, the food they're putting in school and all that stuff. Did y'all see that?
I didn't. You have it there?
Yeah, I have it. One moment. What I'm gonna do is let me preacher. I'm gonna upload the link that you just sent me.
No, send the second one. Send the second one. They'll tell you where it came. The first one I said, don't show where it came from.
You need me to do that? You got it.
The Robert F. Kennedy food thing, I have it.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I think you had I'm just what he sent. I'm just asking. Okay.
Hold on. I'm sorry. What video do you want me to play now?
Go ahead, do your thing.
Because you sent me something. Rob sent me something too, and Dr. Joe just said something.
I sent you the second one. Warm milk at. Well, I see my bishop on that one. I heard Humpback put on there about how the milk is not nutritious. That's not true. It's now, but all milk is pasteurized unless you get it raw from them. You can go to some places that sell milk. You got to go to, usually they're going to be pet stores that'll sell you raw milk from a cow. Anytime you cook milk, I don't care if they call it what's that when they call stuff? We don't have anything in it.
Non-GMO.
Non-pasteurized.
No, not non-pasteurized. No, they'll call it organic or something, milk or not. Or call it something like. Anyway, first of all, once you cook milk, you cook out a lot of what's in it. Milk has a bacteria in it, so that it has a good bacteria too, and that bacteria actually works better for you. But the federal government made it illegal for you to be able to drink that milk. See, what is that called? The Law Dictionary. Colorable, defined, and was it the citation? That which has or gives color, that which is in appearance only and not in reality. What it purports to be. This is probably how this is what black law would tell you about the word black. I went black, and it's one of the frames that I run to is colorable. So when you go to court and you tell the judge, Your Honor, you know, I've been mistreated, I'm a black man or a black woman, I'm just trying to do, you already killed your case on that end because they already know what it means. It falls on the colorable. Which means you only in color, you only give it in color, but you're not actually in appearance, where that which is in appearance only and not in reality. So it's hard to prove, you know, you don't understand being a black man, how you get treated and discriminated against. And then they look at, man, the judge didn't even vote against it. It's because you probably shot your case in the foot trying to tell them how you was a black man or a black woman. If this is in their law book, this is what the definition of black means. Why would I tell a judge that I, as a black man, why would I even discuss black? Because they already tell me from their own book that it's only in color. It's not in reality. Marginalized. Yeah, that's homogenized. That's what they call it. You're right, preacher. That's why you my bishop.
Right.
Homogenized. And he be on it. Worminati is on it.
He said, pet. I don't know about pet. That I'm saying you had to go to a pet store. I don't know about pet, but there are. He said they call it raw milk. Are you serious? I know about raw milk. I was trying to think about homogenized, but he put that. He put it in there for me. Yeah, I know it's raw. You get it directly. So our parents grew up with drinking the milk directly from the cow.
Yep.
which had more health benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you get milk that's been pasteurized. Then you get milk from a cow that hadn't even ate grass, that has only eaten corn. So the cow has no nutrition. Now the meat is not beneficial for it because it needs to eat the grass, it needs to eat straw, all the stuff it needs to eat. I'm like, all people now, they getting vitamins to animals. For what? Who gave vitamins to animals? They naturally get what they need when they eat grass. When they eat straw, that's what they eat, and that's how they get their nutrition, which in turn feeds us. We're not creatures, we eat grass. We eat the animal that eats the grass because their system is designed to take it, out, throw it back, regurgitate it, eat it back down. And his body take it, neutralize, does what it needs to do. So when we eat the meat and get the milk, we get the nutrition from the grass.
That's true.
So local farmers, that's right. And they got some pet store. People go to some store, they'll label it. When they put on there, put not for human consumption. You can go to health food stores. It'll have on the bottle, not for human consumption. But you have to do that legally.
Yep. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got when you go, it'll say not for human consumption.
Because it'll say like for pets only, not for human consumption.
Because you have to do that because of the legal ramifications.
But
it's milk though.
You know what else too? I was looking at the Robert F. Kennedy confirmation hearings today, and he was getting butchered big time. It's something he said that was interesting, and the actual public reaction to it, I thought that was very interesting too. I want to share that with you. This is about a 1-minute video. Here we go.
Thing is, you and I talked about red dye number 3, and just happened, you and I talked about that, and a few days later in this room we had the FDA director, and I asked him, why do we use red dye 3 in our cosmetics, or we don't use it in cosmetics, we use it in our food, but we don't use it in cosmetics because it causes cancer? What in the heck's going on? Well, a few weeks later, because of your insistence, we dropped it. So tell me about dyes and things that you're concerned about, because I get more talk about that than anything.
We have 10,000 ingredients in our food in this country because FDA employs a standard called the GRAS standard and looks at any new chemical as innocent until proven guilty. In Europe, they have 400 ingredients in their foods. Kellogg's makes Fruit Loops for the United States alone. It is loaded with red dye, blue dye, yellow dye, and many, many other ingredients. They make the same product for Canada that's all vegetable dyes. And for Europe, if you eat a McDonald's French fry in this country, it has 11 ingredients. You eat the same product in Europe, it has 3. We are allowing these companies, because of their influence over this body, over our regulatory agencies, to mass poison American children. And that's wrong. It needs to end. And I believe I'm the one person who's able to end it.
Thank you.
Turn it on, Robert.
What do y'all think about what he just said?
What do you think about the fact that he profits and he makes money off of this stuff too?
What?
It ain't off of it. What? Listen.
I mean,
Robert.
I feel like. I'm sorry, preacher. Go ahead.
Robert Kennedy's not just talking because he cares about people. Robert Kennedy's making money. He also have people who refer to these sites to go and sue these people. He makes 10% of it. He made $2.5 million last year doing this stuff.
Oh my God.
They're over thinking these people are for you. They're not for you. They're working for their benefit. It looks like they're working for you. They're working for their own benefit.
My whole thing is like, we've been knowing this for a while. Why are we doing something about it now?
Because the damage is
done.
One thing, preacher, if you remember, years ago, I gave you some fertilizer, and I told you it was a project that I was on where they take basically human waste, and they so that's when I met him. That's the first time I ever had a chance to meet him. He actually came to my job site. I didn't know who he was, but I got to meet him or whatever, and that initiative and all that stuff. I think he's a billionaire, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
I doubt it.
I did.
I know he has money. I don't know. You said a billionaire?
He's a Kennedy.
Oh, that fella like he got money. That fella look. Oh yeah.
I gotta remember who his daddy was. His daddy was Robert Kennedy. So
yeah, he looked like he come from a line of money, a lineage of money.
He's a Kennedy. Where you
Oh
getting it from?
Yes, what?
That's why I said he's a billionaire.
No, they're not billionaires.
It's because of his lineage.
He's not a billionaire. They're not billionaires. They just his dad set them up well. They made their money from bootleg with Al Capone and the rest of the five families. So that's how they got their money, through prohibition. That's how Joseph Kennedy made his money, put his kids in politics. He pushed when he pushed John. Now John was not even going, because he had another older brother he wanted to put in that position. He put all of them in the Senate. He got them to hold the seats for him. When Ted Kennedy time came, he was too young. You know, they held that seat till he got old enough. They're very interesting people to read, but the whole thing, listen, the whole family is surrounded with trash. They had a sister they kept put up because she had ailments, mental. They got a lot of bad background with their family, but they keep it quiet. So you know, you can see they have a lot of fights. Carolyn Kennedy, who was John F. Kennedy's daughter, she came out against him about how he was abusive to animals, or trying to tie him to something else. Oh yeah, the Kennedys always done well to keep their family business quiet, but special interest groups have got involved because they don't want him in that position, because they know the kind of money he finna make. Let me tell you something. Him going in position ain't a problem about him cleaning up the food. It's the money he gonna make. It looks like they care about the people he make. All these people care about is making money. So that whole end was him. They don't want him. Listen, Elizabeth Warren, pull up Elizabeth Warren. You can see her question. They're concerned about how much money he's going to make when he come out in 4 years.
Oh, she was fussing at him big time, going back and forth. Oh, she did him up.
And
he was lighting her up too. And Bernie Sanders was going after him too.
That's right. And guess what? Bernie Sanders is an independent, just like he was. This is the problem you got to look at. And why Bernie Sanders, man? Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders got money. They know what he's going to do. After 4 years, he's going to make so much money. Don't forget this. In this position, he will control what medicines will be put on the market, what medicines are going to be vacated in the market. So how much money you think these people going to pay him?
Don't pay, yes.
Whatever people, that's why they care. They're not worried about him caring about American people. He's not worried about American people like people thinking. He's looking at how much money he's going to get. Listen, he is an attorney. He has a site set up where you go on now and you apply for these lawsuits against these people. He makes 10% of whatever you get. That's just you going to the site. He's not going to court to represent you. Fight you. It's sending you through these people. He's a representation for that representative for him, and he gets 10% of every case. He made $2.5 million last year. Good ask him, will you not make money? Will you say you will not make money your first 4 years when you come out? He went out, he just looked. She said, what's to keep you from giving favor to one of these people or banning somebody out of the way who won't pay you? Because that's what they're doing. All these people are finna get paid. All this stuff about, the Kennedy files gonna come out. You ain't finna find out nothing in 10% of those pages you didn't find out in 90, okay? You still gonna be left to your own imagination. Quit being stupid. These people not finna go to jail. People still living.
That's right.
You know what's going on. Everybody would be dead, and all you'll do is look at it and say, at that point, who cares? Go find out the truth about who shot Lincoln. Was it John William Booth? They ain't gonna give you the truth on that. They wait till enough people die, enough get out of the way, guess what happens? Then you hear about it. When you can't prosecute anybody, it's too old to connect anybody, and it's just better to leave it alone. Do you see people march around the truth about who killed Lincoln? That's what they're gonna do with Kennedy. By the time you will find out, you'll be too old and washed away. It won't even matter. You won't even be living. It wouldn't help if you found out anyway.
True.
What's that? Well, let me see what my bishop says. Let me see what my bishop says. Yeah, don't put it. I believe all these historical family lines cut deals with the devil. I agree. That's why they lose kids, have family born with ailments, etc. Bishop, I'm with you. Let me tell you something. Listen. These performers do it. These rappers do it. These do it. These politicians do. These people sell their soul. Very few people got integrity. Very few people got integrity. And I tell y'all, when you got people with integrity, they need your support.
Yep.
When you run against these people and you're the only one in integrity, don't you know these people gonna come against you? Why y'all think these people try to allow me and fight me and try to take me down? Even they don't have nothing on me. Y'all think I've been doing this long? And these folks, are y'all serious? These people don't like to see somebody come up and show them up. They hate it. No hands on these women, no kids, no homosexual lover. Come on, folks. They hate it. They hate it. Everybody can't say that. You know what they say? He trying to be perfect. I ain't trying to be perfect. It's just certain things I just know you shouldn't be doing.
That's true.
And
Hey, Ron, do you think he'll be confirmed, or you think too many people vote against Robert Kennedy?
They'll confirm it. Trump let the Republican Party know before all his nominees went through. They got through. They got Pete Hegseth, and he had women abuse, alcohol problems, other stuff. He's over Department of Defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
You just got to put up the smoking screen.
Yeah,
Warnock said he went voting.
I saw Warnock up there too. Yep.
Yeah, Warnock want to talk. Let's do that. You can pull up. I'm not getting people personal like that, but you pull up Warnock. His ex-wife talked about him being abusive, beating her, and he's still a senator.
You know what? That's right. That came out during his campaign. I remember that. You're right. I forgot about that. You absolutely right.
Now, is she lying on? Let me say that she need to go to jail. Now, I ain't seen the business. I ain't finna say and tell no lie, but I know this.
Gotcha.
If she lying on him, he need to go to jail.
Now let me ask you this. There's something that all of them have been accused of that Robert Kennedy brought out. I think they all corrupt. But let me share with y'all this exchange between him and Bernie Sanders real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in many ways, President Trump and Mr. Kennedy have asked some of the right questions. Problem is their answers will only make a bad situation worse. So let me ask Mr. Kennedy again. If you want to make America healthy, will you assure the American people that you will fight to do what every other major country on earth does, guarantee health care to every single American?
I'm going to make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? That's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not in the federal agency. All the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh,
and protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would no. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
because I had
receiver of pharmaceutical money
contributions from workers all over this country. Workers,
you were the
not a nickel from corporate
Bernie,
tax.
you were the single largest acceptor of pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but you have not answered. Last question. You have not answered my question.
Mr. Chairman, we're 3 minutes.
How do we make America healthy if you don't guarantee health
Chairman,
care?
we're literally 3 minutes over here now.
Well,
How long does it keep going? At some time, you're just battering the witness.
Not
Bernie.
battering the witness. I'm
Yes,
trying
you
to get
are.
an
And
answer.
you're getting upset at him. You're going at him just like anybody else would.
We'll come to order. Bernie's going over.
All right, it got heated. They were going at it.
That's because if you listen, they all crooked.
Exactly. You said it.
You think I believe that pharmaceutical workers,
I know.
workers, people who have jobs, gave him 45 million. And you heard him say he had 200, but this you gotta remember now. Bernie say he out of 200 million.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Bernie didn't make it that far. It wound up coming down to Hillary. Hillary is the one that blackballed him and got him out. But he won't talk about that. Thank you, woman. That's what I told him. Listen, if you got anything, you think Dale on Channel 2 News at 5 won't tell it? You think Jake Dollar won't buy the tape? You appreciate that, bitch. I've been telling these people waste so much time listening to people that idiotic, stupid stuff. It makes zero sense. These folks don't play that stuff. Yep, Pastor, they had that clean cut, slamming his hand on that table, jumping on DeVal. Yeah, I had to get on DeVal. DeVal was a good reader. He was just strange. He was a strange one. He was a nice fella. He just like he wore onesie. But at the end of the day, you just look at we have to. I'll say this, and I said before, we have to create our candidates. Okay, we got to create our candidates that will address our views and issues. Okay, that does not leave them non-liable for other people, because there's no way to just represent us when you take any political party seats. We just have to make sure that issues are addressed that affect us as well. See, when they put people like Trump is doing the bidding of what a lot of white people want done. So the people that get mad at not Trump. Trump cannot get that office. I know they say, well, you vote. No, let me tell you something. I had to look at overall. Let me tell you something. People say, I didn't vote for Kamala. You telling me the welfare of our kids weren't important? Elementary small kids having sex changes, being told about gender identification or reassignment. Our kids, y'all telling me that wasn't important? For me, that was important. More important, absolutely, these jobs getting lost, that a child doesn't get a fair chance. Well, they don't get a fair chance. If they cut the school way, I'd rather they be dumb and uneducated than sitting here with an education and they say stuck with a done sex change and they realize later they become adult. It was a stupid decision.
That's right.
So I voted based off of the welfare of these kids, the economy, and based off with the immigration is overrun. Did I ever have confidence in Trump and being able to fulfill the needs of men? No. And then one never looking for him to do it. But I knew she had to be stopped in that Democrat agenda.
Absolutely.
Now, is he a bonehead? Yes, he makes some bonehead, dumb decisions. But at the same time, we needed it for so-called people of color, so we'll learn how to work together. We used to do it one time. We got to get that to helping one another and work to fix it. Let's make it better for ourselves. You can't ever look for government to fix every. Government was never set up to fix every problem.
Right.
The people have to demand. The people have to move for better.
Absolutely.
I never looked at him for being no savior. For none of these political people, never be no savior for me. That's what Yahushua HaMashiach do, who is Gadol. If you don't know, that's great.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Ron, let me ask you this, because something just came out. You know, Trump just did a freeze on the national government about some spending. He just had a press conference. I think it was yesterday. I think you sent the article out in the thread the other day. Want to play this quick video of a minute of some things that he said that he found. It caught my attention by shock. I wonder what y'all think about this particular video right here. Let's play it.
And I'm restating right now to correct any confusion that the media has purposely and somehow for whatever reason created Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid have not been affected by any action we're taking in any way, shape, or form. We are merely looking at parts of the big bureaucracy where there has been tremendous waste and fraud and abuse. In that process, we identified and stopped $50 million being sent to Gaza to buy condoms for Hamas. 50 million. And you know what's happened to them? They've used them as a method of making bombs. How about that?
What do y'all take on this right here? $50 million in condoms? Is that true?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, it never reached them. I mean, they probably got the condoms. They never got the money. You fake the numbers. The people who handle that project off the top. So, I mean, how you gonna count? What you gonna take each rubber and then divide it by and say what they call? If I give you $50 million, how many rubbers you think you gonna give me? I said, don't give me the rubber. Give me the sheep it come off of. Just stop it. But again,
they do exaggerate.
He's giving away money for dumb stuff too. All these. Let me tell you something. They all sign up for dumb stuff. We can run Joe Biden down. Joe Biden is not in there now. What we need to do now? Let's repair what we got now. And part of repairing it, and it need to be done. And people try to explain to Trump how important it was to bridge the gap. We need to bridge the gap between black and white, Hispanic black and white,
Yup.
Indian black and white. Just every race, we need to bridge the gap, and let's all sit down and let's fix a problem that we all commonly deal with. It's the human race is being affected. We have homelessness at an all-time high. We have miseducation. Education at a deficit when it comes down to what our kids are learning and where they should be and how far behind they are. They can put it on COVID. That plot came in and it damaged us so badly in our family structures. So now we got to come back. And I'm telling you, for me, honestly, the so-called people of color, the Negro, I think every race should do this. Every race should sit down and have a conversation.
That right?
And everybody need to get in the just so we all come together. We don't have to argue and fight. We can say, listen, this is what we're dealing with. These are needs, and these needs need to be addressed. Then we sat down, we all look and say, okay, listen. You gave me a demand of 50 things, right? Looking at being practical, some of what you want done is also what some of the other races want done. So this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But there are things when it comes down healthcare, that's not a conversation. Healthcare, everybody should have it. That I don't care what your color. You're here. Let's go ahead and end that. Okay, healthcare, everybody should have it. When it comes down housing, everybody should have it. It makes no sense to have a race nation and we're okay with people outside because we're going to say, well, they chose to be outside. Just stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. Don't say stupid stuff. Nobody chooses to stay outside. People taking the outside road because they can't afford to live inside.
Exactly.
And we keep this up, you're going to be right beside them.
Yep.
Homelessness should not be. That don't mean we give everybody a counsel, but we make you perform to earn to have. Mental health, we'll address that. Mental health needs to be, it's a need. It needs to be fixed. Then we need to start holding people accountable. If you choose that you want to be a drinker, you want to be a smoker, you want to use drugs, I don't believe there should be no law against you personally, you using it. I think it should be a law on me paying for you using it. Because these are decisions you making a pleasure. And if your decision of pleasure in you injury, I shouldn't be responsible to pay. So when you decide you want to become an alcoholic, you need to decide on you need to have the money to pay for it because I'm not going to pay a dime.
That's true.
It needed free health care. Yeah, it needed free health care. Health care is going to be we're saying it's a need. If my appendix go out, I'm not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. This is an active Yahuwah that they would call active. Just it happened. I shouldn't be stuck with that's my problem. Not when I pay my taxes. Not when I am a citizen of the country. But if I go out here and I decide I want to have homosexual sex when I know there is a large possibility I can contract AIDS, there should be something that Tony should be responsible for. I'm not saying don't help you. You just got to pay.
That's true.
Listen, these are choices you got to make. When you go through your drive-thru and buy your liquor, make sure you understand how it works. We're going to roll you in the hallway and lay you side the wall. Once you pass, you'll be sent down to the basement. Your family can pick the body up. We got to start making people become responsible. They say, that's cruel, that's cruel. What's cruel is taking money from innocent people to pay for your foolishness. People need to be accountable for it. At some point, we can't just keep giving everything away.
That's true.
You got to make choices. What do you want to do? Well, I want to smoke dope. You better have enough money to pay your bill. Because when we catch you, when we get you.
Remember, they was buying them needles and all that. At one point, they were buying them needles.
They was doing that. And they was doing that because they felt like, and let me say this. In Holland, the Netherlands, I think a state or two might have considered here. The reason why they were doing that, Love Doctor, was because people were, once you use a needle, I don't care if it's a diabetic that went in your body, you have to discard the needle. They'll believe when you use that needle a second time, it changes the chemistry in your body. It also can cause other ailments. You had people that were giving needles to people. They were using other people like nasty and just get them out the trash. Just so they can get high. So the goal was give them a needle, keep them from reinfecting themselves because they were looking at where this is falling on the healthcare. So when people hear this, that's stupid. Just think about the people why they were doing it. This was a medical decision saying, listen, these people are contracting ailments and diseases. They're flooding the hospitals. If you could at least give them the needles, get them clean needles, and some of them came even into another, they were loaded up with a shot of the drug, heroin, right? People say that's dumb. I agree, I would, but let's look at how they're thinking. One always a secret hidden agenda, keep them high so you keep a customer. Another way they were looking at it was this. They were looking at people who use heroin. I sold drugs. People use heroin. Listen, they ain't waiting on nobody to get them no money. I'm telling you what I know. Listen, they ain't waiting on no money. They getting their money right. Listen, they got to use. They not talking about I get paid tomorrow. No. Somebody finna give us something. It could be a baby gonna get sold. It could be whatever gonna be done in order to get that drug. Now, do I agree with them giving them drugs? Not at all. But I understand where they were trying to come from. But somebody else had another underlying initiative. Keep the junkie high.
Keep the junkie high.
You keep the junkie high. So the drug. See, people don't realize this whole drug industry is run off the backs of the government. Look at what he did. He just declared who is terrorists. All of these Hispanic groups and the Mexican cartel. Let me ask y'all a question. So are we to believe that the Italian mafia don't sell drugs no more? Let me ask y'all a question. Why they not on the terrorist list?
Got a point. Because they in Congress.
They even make you forget about them. They don't mention it.
But you got look at the gangs he put under that. Why we didn't do the Crips and the Blood and the GDs? Why didn't we do the Mongols, the motorcycle gang? Why don't we do the Hell's Angels? See, they make a fool. Like you have to always listen to people. They have another agenda. Listen, those gangs, the Mexican cartel control the drug game right now. None of these gangs can listen. These black groups all sell dope for who? They sell dope for the Mexican. They were selling for the Italian. The Italians are losing money. Trump made his money in Las Vegas with them, and they moved drugs. You never hear him talk about the Italian mob. Never. They run the ports in New York. You never heard him talk about the federal government gonna take the ports back over in New York, did he? The ports in New York and New Jersey are controlled by the 5 families. Why don't he talk about it? Because they
really
they've been owning it since Lucky Luciano.
Yeah, there's a lot of Italian there.
Everybody know that they own all of it. Look, Raw ain't lying. They sell their baby, mama, wife, you name it. I know. So this why you need to keep them on it and look like you helping them by giving them needles loaded with drugs. When you can't afford the habit, you can't keep the habit.
That's right.
That's what. So let me ask something. Say Tula got a shopping habit. You ain't got the money to go shopping. What you have to do?
Stop shopping.
Why don't they just come load you up with some clothes? Because they understand the premise. You need these people to stay high. The farmers. Let me tell y'all something. They create any of these drugs. Okay. First of all, you have to have laboratory experience. Okay. Nobody just came together and put these drugs together and came up with this whipper pill of stuff. All of a sudden, they get you high. These people are scientists. These scientists are connected with the pharmaceutical companies. The pharmaceutical companies are keeping us sick and high at the same time. If you ain't on drugs, you're sick. If you on drugs, you're sick.
Yeah.
So we all on drugs. I take a blood pressure pill. Drugs. Somebody take fentanyl. Somebody else take diabetes shot. Listen, they got everybody drugged up. Alcohol is a drug.
Some food is a drug. Yes.
Sugar. Look at February for Valentine's Day. A drug. People don't even realize it. It's a drug. Sugar's a drug.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
You keep them high so you can keep. When you keep people high, you can control them.
That's true.
What's that?
That's true. That's true.
I couldn't do it. Got me dope pack one time to flip. Never did it again. Wasn't for me. Got right back to that crack game. Man, what you talking about? That was me, man. Ooh, man, I sure did it. Dope fiend will knock on your door 3-8. He ain't lying. Make noise to get a fix. I said, listen, he ain't lying. Listen, I don't care what you tell a crackhead. That stuff, when that stuff called him, man, listen, I'm telling you, they use that. That's how a lot of men get. Listen, All these people we have now in homosexuality trade, a lot of these people are the kids of parents that grew up in the early 80s doing drugs and 90s. Okay. And so now you look at the effects of it, and that stuff was transmitted through them having babies. So they looked at this. If I can't stop them from having babies, I'll infect them to where they'll pass the sickness on to their kids. Look at these kids now. They're smoking synthetic marijuana. Marijuana was natural. In the ground, get it up, dry it, smoke it. Now they got sprayed, other stuff, synthetic made, get you higher than high. All this, take a soda. You know, kids known for drinking drink. What they tell you? Don't let your kid drink, give them water. So they created a drug with drinks. Call it lean. Everything they do. Look at all the, listen, look at all of the drugs. They all look like candy. Who you think they targeting? They started looking at, Tula, you 52 years old. If I got you on drugs right now, your life expectancy time, you probably got a good 10 years. If I get somebody on drugs that's 6 years old, I got a customer for the next 20 years a minimum. At least maybe 20, 30 till they go to prison or they wind up dying or they get killed from running off. So they're starting to look at younger customers, longer customers.
Yep.
If you look, the drugs are just intensive. Why would I sell a drug that I couldn't even touch because it'll kill me? How do you use it if you can't touch it? How does your body distinguish it's not being touched, it's being smoked? They listen, because these people are your scientists. These people are working on you, and pharmaceutical people, they're working on us. They keep creating. That's why when we go to the doctor, they need to keep a record or a tally of your health. If they put your medication, how you doing? What are you progressing, or you're digressing? So they start looking at adding other chemicals. They working us. You need normal people then to work on how to attack normal people to get them on drugs, to get them from being normal. It's a worldwide conspiracy, people. You don't have to believe it, but the proof is in the pudding. We got more sicker people. Our kids, look at when I was elementary, we wouldn't think about no drugs and drink in elementary.
That's
we
true.
Was on superhero. We was on football sock with the stripes on them. Pull them up, man. You had to pull your pants up, man. I got my football sock. You had to have your football sock. It was about the paper football, the shooting the penny, playing basketball. Man, thump the penny, get there and do the slam dunk, get that thing and slam dunk that thing. It was about the girl, write a note. Will you go with me? Yes or no? Then some of the they put on out. Why not? Not me. I know it's okay. I check it for her. Girl, you know you want this. Wow. Check it. You know you want this.
Is that what you did for Tula Preacher? You were like, yes or no? You know you want this.
You know you want this.
You got the same mentality. Sad.
Listen, copay ain't nothing but paying. That's our down payment for a fix. But it's a lot. And again, I think we need to address these issues and have conversations about them so we know what reality is for us. And from that point, then we start looking at what's our strategy to attack each one of these things on our list. We make everything on the list targets. So we target the first till we start knocking them out. Go ahead.
What I want to do is I want to show y'all a video. This is something that Tula, I got to get your feedback on this particular video right here in terms of
I just posted that's Tony, but yeah, go ahead.
Look at that. Andrew said he's still writing notes.
That's cute.
What you say, Tula?
You can go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's what she said.
What?
Here it is.
So, man, there's so much. I didn't want to say nothing, but I really didn't like how you disrespected the newly elected trustee. But what I want to say is it's clear that you got questioned. My bad. All right, so, man, there's so much. I didn't want to say nothing, but I really didn't like how you disrespected the newly elected trustee. But what I want to say is it's clear that you got questionable spending habits. You got a failed business venture. Your restaurant was deemed nasty. And it's proven while you talking about her education, we can't even verify yours. But since you sold for women, I really already knew by the way you handled Fania But for you to sit up here and disparage that woman after giving her that fake ass congratulations in the beginning because you thought you was gonna get what you wanted. Here's the thing. I want to educate you. Stephanie Wiedemann is a 20-year employee, and ain't none of her business ventures ever failed. On top of that, she serves as a chief of staff, and she didn't fuck her way to the top. She's efficient in budgets and don't hide her deeds. She's efficient in organization. She served as a temporary interim executive director for the Dalton Park District until she stepped aside to help her daughter become something you'll never be, which is a married woman. And her daughter moved away to Texas, and when her daughter moved away to Texas, she went to help her daughter. But I done heard about 4 or 5 people tell me how they had to take care of yours. And so while you've been a half-ass mayor. But if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot's report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work. And I'm going to give away the rest of my time because I think on behalf of the Black Cookout Association, that we were going to take a vote, and we're going to exchange your black ass for Stephanie to be the new member of Congress. So all those in favor say, all those against it say nay, all those in favor say aye. You gone, bitch.
It all went down. My. That is and you had to correct me on that, preacher. I thought I put the Dalton versus Downton, but the mayor in the city of Dalton, Illinois. Talk to me what y'all think.
He shouldn't have done that. This is me. I understand person upset, man. In a professional setting, we have to learn how to do things. Let me say this. Don't agree with her, but it should have been done a different way. Once we went to UOB, different things like that, we kind of lost focus on point. I think he's a smart, intelligent brother. I just think the brother should have moved a different way and should have realized that was not going to go well. I think the police did a piss poor job for allowing that meeting to go in that direction. I think he should have addressed the issues. The investigator Lightfoot, who was the former mayor, you were addressed on some of your spending habits, and then you keep it moving. All they did was show what this is what they did, okay, to help him out. All he did and those people did was show that this is why you don't let people of color get in.
Exactly.
So they all heard us. She heard us. She heard women who are in position, who are doing the job. She heard them because now you slept your way to get here, and this is an elected position. So certain things you say, you have to be careful because you put a bad light. Now she might have slept around. I don't know, but let's deal and let's learn how to do things and be respectful. The fight didn't help anybody. All that did was cause more chaos and problem. And now the people on the outside are looking the same way. This is why you don't want them in position because he should have been a better orator of what it was he wanted to say. Because I really, when you start that, you use the profanity. Come on, man, get your point. This is what we lose at. If I don't get you to effectively hear me, then I've lost already.
Right.
So now what people watch that for? Him, they watch him see the B word, talk about, somebody that's taking care of your kid. You slept your way to the top and you're a B. B, you gone. Come on, man. We gotta be better than that as a man. If you got a mother and a daughter, that was never the way to do that. Right. You couldn't get mad at her boyfriend or her. Come on, who's gonna sit back for this stuff? Man,
exactly.
Let's call her a B. You don't have to. The man never came up when he, ran her down, sleeping on top. Come on. That'd be practical. And I'm not saying he should have fought her, but at the same time, as a black, what they would call a man, knowing the struggles of us, that could have been handled a whole lot different than you. When you talking about our.
I agree.
Listen, she needs help. If you don't go, you ain't said that nobody white.
Got a point. Got a
The first
point.
person to take that position is still, and I guarantee you, and you there with no white woman, and he knew
He never would have did it.
And all I'm saying is this, and again, I ain't excusing her for no responsibility. Her stupid little self. Her stupid self should have done better business. But at the same time, we can't do that. We gotta do better than that with each other.
Right.
I could have seen she called him a punk in, and he said, you know, man, okay, I struck back. You know what I'm saying? But it still would have been tit for tat.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got that opportunity to speak, you got to start looking at how can I be effective? How do I get the hearer to convince the hearer to want to look at the logic in my conversation? We typically have a conversation where let's just go back and forth. Where do I get? This is how you win. You win when you get your brother and your sister to hear you intelligent and say, you know what? Interesting. That you left me with something to think about. I won. When I left you to where we don't start fighting, all I did was agitate and aggravate a situation. Now, instead of people looking at what she's done with the books, what she's done with the illicit spending, they're focused on the fight. Let's get fight. People jumping in the fight ain't got nothing to do with the fight. They just want to fight.
Right.
So you need to be responsible if somebody got hurt. See, we got to start. I had to start looking at this. When you put things out of your mouth, you got to be mindful of the people that's following you, the people that's listening. We got kids, other people. We trying to train for us. Listen, we're trying to groom our kids to be future leaders.
Yeah.
But we got to teach them. How do you and I disagree without shooting each other? How do you and I disagree with me without me calling you a faggot and you calling me a punk in?
Right.
Because at that point, who gonna hear the other one at that point? You called me a faggot, I called you a punk in. Let's sit down and try to work this out. We're not gonna work it out. Because now we fueled by the insult.
Escalated. Yep.
We just got to be more, and we got the intelligence. I made mistakes in doing things, so I'm not gonna kill the brother. I'm just saying, if somebody was really his friend, they'd have walked away, they'd put it close that. Let's think about what you're saying. We got to start. Somebody got to start saying, I'm still your friend. I just can't agree with this. Because look at the chaos you just caused now. So all of what you said went well. The goal, if I can't even put something to make it better, just leave it alone. It didn't need no gaslighting. The investigation been done. It's been turned over. She getting put down. What he should address her on is, Madam Mayor, whatever her position is, when you were in office or while you've been in office, these things have been done. And it should have been brought to her attention as a quote-unquote black woman, the struggles that women have gone through and black men in order to get the position. And I think you poorly represented us. And I want to state for myself, I'm, for one, am not going along covering you because I'm saying we black, she get a chance because the white one's done it. When we know whites have done it, that means we got to do it better. Not a better way to steal. That means I got to hold myself to a higher standard for the fact that they want me to fail so they can justify their stealing. That's the only way they want me to fail. They want you to fail, so guess what? You just like me. You ain't no better than me. And we got to stop fighting for the okie doke. Be the person of reason. Be the person of common sense. Be the person with integrity. Mistakes can be made, but like I tell my young people, causing mistakes? No, that makes no sense. And hopefully somebody who's a friend to him, got with him and told him, said, I just want to tell you, you're a smart brother. You went about that wrong.
Oh, you didn't know?
Why did that sound so personal? That argument sounded.
So this guy, that's his second time fighting at the board meeting. That wasn't his first time. He's a defender. What I want to do is let me show y'all. Here's what happened in the previous meeting where he came up. He ended up actually being arrested and taken away in handcuffs. Let's take a look.
Now we controversy in the south suburbs. It's hit new heights, this time even leading to a person taken away in handcuffs at a board meeting last night in Dalton. Our Mugo Odigwe in the CBS Chicago control room with more on the outrage last night. Mugo also, of course, updating us on how we got here.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on. So from an investigation into Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and whether or not she misused public funds to a sexual assault allegation, we know Dalton board meetings, they have been chaotic. And last night, Audrina, was no different.
Did you rape that woman? Did you put something in her drink? And damn it, you gonna answer, and you gonna answer me. Promise you.
Now that is activist Jedediah Brown walking from the podium over to village trustee Andrew Holmes. An officer pushes Brown away while Holmes is stopped from walking over to him. Brown is eventually pulled out of the meeting by officers. Holmes is accused of sexually assaulting a former Dalton employee. His accuser says it happened during a village-funded trip in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, members of the firefighters union also spoke up last night.
Since January of 2020, the village has chose not to settle a contract and refused to bargain with us. They have ignored all requests to reach an agreement and resolve the current situation going on within the fire department.
The union also claims money taken out of their paychecks has not been put in their retirement funds, and add their health insurance premiums are not being paid by the village. And this has led to claims being denied or even sent to collections. Now, we heard an update as well on former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot's investigation into Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. In an email, Lightfoot wrote she is making, quote, consistent progress, digging into the accusations that Henyard misused village money. Now, Henyard has repeatedly claimed that she did not do that. But we also know the FBI is investigating things at Dalton Village Hall. At this point, though, they still will not elaborate on who is being investigated.
Well, that's bad. Because she hired her husband to be her private security and had the county to pay for it.
Her boyfriend, yeah, she did it. That was a boyfriend. Yep, she hired a boyfriend.
That's why I don't believe in that. If you go low, go lower. Yeah. I mean, this the thing right here. The streets have a code, okay? And you can't bring your street code to politics. There's certain things you got to do. When you're moving a mass of people, you got to look at your attack strategy had to be different. You can't attack when you're in the street. It's street code. It's whatever. I don't care if I die. It's what it is. That's the foolishness of street, and you don't typically get fought with that. When you're looking at, a situation of this magnitude and what you're dealing with, there has to be a better way to approach it. Because I hear they call he's an activist, whatever. I think he acts more, out of anger than he does out of intelligence. I think he needs to be, he's not the person to speak. Now, you finna walk up here and threaten the what are you doing? I mean, if there's a rape case, that's what the police for. Is it your wife, your daughter?
Right.
Somebody, this would come and say he know. So they're going to let you go up here and fight him and beat the answer out of him?
Right.
None of these people do make sense. If you wanted to fight him, you could have caught him when he came outdoors. You didn't want to fight him. You
exactly. You got a point.
You
got a point. Yep.
Come on, man. You walk. You ain't run. You walk. We finna let you walk. Oh, go ahead. Beat him and get the answer for it. Because you can't use it in court. This makes no so let the people handle that this is what they do. We just gotta get that's all. And again, I don't want to be like I'm kidding the brother, because I'm just saying, as a people and as human beings, we gotta look at how do we come with corrective measures without trying to kill the person we're trying to help. The goal is win on every end. Okay. We can do a lot of undercutting and run each other down, but where do we come in with repair? Where do we come in with repair? Tiffany, whatever they got to happen to you, sweetie, you got to go and you got to eat that. That was dumb. You had the position. Just do the right thing. That's all. Just do the right thing. Nobody can get mad. Do the right thing. If you done what they said, that's terrible. But we got to learn how to address issues and show them, listen, what they did and how they act. You know what they just put for right now? I can see their next white mayor. It ain't against nobody white getting it, but if it's working and you guys and the next qualified person be black, but you guys have put such a bad taste in people's mouth, I don't want to see another black up there. I just be honest.
That's true.
That's what people. That's what you push. So now, is it fair to disqualify every other qualified person of color who could possibly hold that position?
Yep.
Because all you had to do was listen. White people do it all the time, but you say they not act with each other. They can pass a word, they don't get that point, and they move on. and they'll be look at September the 6th. People ain't talking about that no more. I mean January the 6th. It's how you let their stuff go and they move on. They let the new me to push it out the way. Let's go. Listen, like Trump said. Listen, if you really look at the video, hugging and laughing a lot of them and shaking hands. See, that's the news. That's the rhetoric they give us when they want you to buy and to succumb to some of their rhetoric. So now we have to look at that's why I said people of color really need to talk. Because we need to get some, listen, let's cut the foolishness out. We're too far behind.
Mm-hmm.
And you could talk with them with other people, but they won't listen because they'll feel like, see, when I talk to my people, we talking for, they're going to say, oh, you're trying to do that to shop for the white man. Oh, you're trying to do it, trying to shop them Chinese folks. So that's why every race need to pull their people say, this me and you now.
Right.
There's nobody white, Hispanic, nobody. We just need to fix this. We need to walk out of here and we need to have a better outlook and we need a plan. And we need to execute the plan if we're going to become successful in what we're trying to do. Right now, we're failing bad.
Yeah.
And Trump's showing it to you. Because let me tell you something. Be honest with you. All these politicians of color, they need to pull their behind. They need to get together and say, listen, we have to start looking at what are we going to do. We had a position. What's in our power, in our means to do to secure our people? I'm talking about just black people, the people in your community, other people who's affected by all these policies he passed or putting these people out. This is going to fall to the states. Federal government not going to pay unemployment. That's going to fall to the states. And the states are going to be over. Let me tell you something. Elon Musk, these people in Trump, let me say this, flat people. First of all, these people could never understand the magnitude of business, okay? Don't listen to their food. They don't know business. That's their mama money. That's their daddy money. They don't understand the effects of people. When when all his businesses shut down, he walks off with a tax write-off. His people walk off with nothing. He does not know what it means to scrape the scandal to try to get and try to survive and feed your kids. He's been living off the backs of people, just like Elon Musk. From South Africa, you living off the backs of blacks from South Africa. You got over here, you living off the backs of people. So when you walk in and make these cuts, we're talking about homes and families. Mm-hmm. We're talking about years of employment. We're talking about, do y'all know daycares are shutting down? Those people have cap, they're not getting the money. They were told yesterday, that they weren't getting checks they're supposed to get today. So there are employees that are not getting paid. They were told yesterday afternoon in an email. And they also were told they don't know when they're going to get it, when they're going to start back up. Which means all these kids that are going to these daycares are going to be at home. They're going to be at home because most people, they did not get paid today. No, people not going to keep coming to work and working for free. I didn't get paid today. Why would I come back to work tomorrow?
Yep.
So now what about the parents who need to go to work whose kids can't be kept now?
That's true.
The people who you want off of welfare are on the CAP program because they were made to get a job. Yeah. So these programs were set so we can get them working. And we can, that way they will have no excuses. Your kid can go here for daycare. You can go to work. We can cut down, make you pay more of this rent you need to pay. Cut your food stamp down till we can progress you and get you off and get you on your own. You can't pull the rug on them. Now the program's running already. Mm-hmm. But when you're not a person who understands about being in the trenches, you don't know, sir. You just don't know. All the people you have with you, y'all living off the backs of people you stole from. Trump University, he got sued for the college because it was bogus. It was not, it did not have credentials, and those people lost. They sued him. He paid them. Those people walked out because he beat them. Mm-hmm. Is Trump a total bad person? No, I ain't saying that. I'm just talking about we all got to be considerate about each other.
Yeah.
Is anybody care about the common man? If you gave these people sufficient and people had jobs and had real chat, they wouldn't have to steal and beat the system. People struggling. And when people struggle, you do what you got to do to survive. I'm not justifying nothing that everybody's done. I'm just telling you a fact. Mm-hmm. Those of you running white, black, running your mouth about other people they ain't doing, get your behind out there and get in the hole and see how much integrity and honesty you keep. Everybody trying to make it. And these people gonna do whatever they gotta do in this economy. Interest rate too high. They can't afford to buy a house. Rent a home is anywhere from $1,500 minimum to $2,800 a month, which mostly that's so many people check for the month. This is Georgia. You live in rural area, you can't make it on no bus. No, you gotta have a car. Car gotta have insurance. Car gotta have gas and maintenance.
That's right.
I tell you what, man, it's really something. Dr. Joe Tula, what y'all think?
I agree. I agree to everything you said. It's true. Totally true.
These kids gonna hit the street. What you gonna do with these kids? They can't now. Why you making that program? It look good on paper when you showing them numbers, but this the thing. What you see on paper and what you see people do ain't practical.
It's not practical.
Why would you think when I get today, I let all of y'all go from your job? Oh, you're just gonna go get another one. If you got hired tomorrow, what you got to do? If you got a real job, you can actually start it tomorrow.
No.
It's gonna be paperwork. It's gonna be paperwork. It's gonna be drug tests got to be taken and sent back. Then there's other stuff y'all want. Then there's orientation you don't get paid for. There's some company got to look at when the next orientation because they don't do it for one person.
Right.
It's so many in an orientation because of what it costs.
That's right.
Man, some of these people hiring packages when they look at how much money they got, they just can't take you. It don't work that way. You might go through 3 interviews. The person who liked you there, I'm gonna set you up for an interview to talk to my supervisor. Then that person, I'm gonna get you over to the next supervisor.
That's right.
So people, y'all just don't realize it's crazy out here.
It is.
People can't make. We never seen $1,500, $2,200, $2,700. People not even used to that for mortgage payments. Mortgage payments over $2,000.
It's crazy.
Don't give people crooked prices, then tell them to be honest.
Got a
That's
point.
crazy.
That's true.
So all I'm saying to everybody, black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, everybody, we just need to all take a breather. Let's just slow down. Because we got so much going on. All these countries creating wars. There's so much going on right now. We haven't stopped to really sit down and look at how do we fix the first problem need to be fixed, honestly. We need to fix the problem with the common man. I need to know how to address an Hispanic person, a Chinese person, whatever your nationality are, and there needs to be a respect. And I need to understand your plight. You need to know how to address me, and you need to understand my plight. So when you see me, hey, that's that black guy probably finna come and try to rob me or rape me or in a gang. And I don't want to see you Hispanic. Oh, he probably got a knife. He probably finna cut somebody up because they giving us these bad analogies of one another. So we're already opinionated before we give you a chance to allow us to see what you do so I can inform a real assessed opinion. Most of our opinions about each other are passed on from other people.
It is.
That's true.
So she said, it's true. I had to turn in the transcript today. Drug test, physical, skin test, and fingerprints this week. Good money.
And let's not forget background check. They're doing background credit check. It's so true. It's so true.
That's where they're gonna get a lot of credit checks. Start YouTube.
They're starting them
outside in the woods with the home. That's true. They better go looking. It's crazy. That's what I paid in New York 15 years ago. I can't imagine the rent up there now. Yeah, 1,500, 18. Back then, people like, man, how you live at 1,800? And that's for them for shacks.
That's for a room.
With an air conditioner in a window.
Yeah, that's a room.
$1,800. That's a studio apartment. The bucket in the middle of the floor, bathroom in the middle of the floor, and then right beside the couch. Ain't no room. And so, but look at it. The cost what people were being paid was more. So now you're looking at people paying that now, and the monies are not there. So there's so much repairing we got to do because the millionaire, the people who became billionaires. Listen, at one time, you remember Jeff Bezos was the richest person in the world.
I know.
But now it's Elon. Elon 400 something billion. Okay, Elon got money in most of these countries, just about a lot of these countries. Okay, so this is the problem. All of you, the biggest billionaires, the most billionaires in the world live in America. So these people now, these people don't realize why y'all think we hurting. See, when these people get the money, we hurt. They need to get the money from us where we're spending the money they're getting it, and we're getting a product. They're giving us a good service. They're making money. That's not how they're making money. They're making money now by manipulating us, by taking from us. So therefore, you're not getting a product for your money. We're just throwing money away.
Mm-hmm.
At one time, you were paying for service. Just like when you tip. Why do you tip? Because I got good service.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying and you're not getting the service. The person right here said, this Loch Ness.
Hey, you right.
A lady from New York who shared a 1-bedroom with 2 other people so they could afford the rent. Like I said, go ahead.
You are not saying you're right. I just read an article. Trump got a lot of billionaires actually working in his cabinet.
Oh yeah, most of them in there.
I didn't realize there was that many, man. It's a lot of them.
Listen,
just
man,
a list of them. I was like,
they
wow.
all millionaires and billionaires. Because they all listen, they want to take more money. Why y'all think he's attacking these countries with the terrorists? Because those terrorists are going to put more money in their pocket. What people don't realize with the terrorists are not coming out of the pocket of the people with the products. The terrorists are going to come from the people buying the products. See, all I'm going to do when I put 50% tariffs on your product, that's the price increase I'm going to put on your product. So now the American people can't afford to buy it. But just say I favor the product, even though it's high. So now when I buy the product, I have a 25% increase on it. That's how they're going to get their money. And those countries are upset because they know American people don't have the money to pay more than what the product is worth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to sell. See, they don't realize the money they're going to take is not from the people. They don't, charge them 50%. Okay, dodo. You don't think people not going to pay? They're selling a product. Why would I pay you to sell a product?
Mm-hmm.
The people buying it have to pay the taxes. Thank you. I just told them it's a billionaire fight. That's why they're going after the country. Listen, President Putin, all those guys are billionaires. All those people, Modi, all these. Go ahead.
Is that Senator Bob Mendez? Is he another one of those rich millionaires or billionaires? I seen that article about him.
He went to jail for he made his money by trading with other foreign countries, and they gave him gold bars. He's got to go do 10 years in prison, but he'll do it in one of the white collar prison for politicians.
Please, of course.
He won't be in no jail, not with the homeboys. Come disgrace sentence to 11 years in bribery. He'll be put in a low minimum security prison where to be for politicians, high-ranking police officers, people like that, federal agent people with the low small fence where you'll get your conjugal visits. You won't get the treatment like normal people.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
What is a foreign agent? What does that mean? He was a foreign agent. What is that?
Well, whenever you do business with other countries, they want you to register. You need to register saying that you're doing business and keep up with you. Otherwise, they feel like, you're doing something illegal, especially with him being a senator. He was negotiating, doing business deal. They gave him gold bars. He gave money other ways and got caught. And now he wound up having to go to prison for it. I'm just curious on what's the fines he got to pay. Because I'm not hearing nothing about fines. I'm seeing 11 years in prison. What's the fines? Because you took money. He took money from him to do business with him. And so now he's looking at 11-year sentence for bribery.
It doesn't say.
Now that's exactly. So what we're doing with the gold bars? What we're doing with the monies you got?
I know that's right.
Don't forget, he also got his retirement money. When you get in those position, they do your retirement for you in the stock market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's impossible. You're not broke when you get those position. You can be broke when you first get them, you won't be after. They invest your money for you. That's why it don't make sense for these people to do this stealing. They already set up on a good plan.
Yeah.
Well, again, that's why we need to push for good people. You won't ever stop all the corrupt people. but you can minimize by supporting good people and letting them know there's a fight involved when you remove people that's actually fighting for people. But now we just blindly set back. Listen, if it ain't a rap song, some weed, or some joint, we're not finna step and fight for no issues. They eat good and have food tonight. Y'all can see that. Greed. Well, that's people. You guys got to get this is my whole thing. You got to get people that care about people. You have to first realize, first of all, this wouldn't need to be after a person that get a position. What are you? What do you mean? What are you? Are you a human being? We need out. Are you a human being? What are you? Yeah, I'm a human being. So what are the people that you're gonna be representing? Are they human beings? I mean, at the end of the night, we need to make sure. First of all, how do you see yourself? Well, I'm different than other people. I have a problem with that because I need you to see yourself as these people, so you'll be effective on fighting for these people. But if I see them as different than me, it's gonna be hard to give a good defense for them.
Right.
Y'all remember when Young Thug was in there and his attorney, when the judge ordered his attorney to be arrested, and he told him he'll fight for his client because he believed in his client. He asked the judge, he said, if you would, I would like to be, if you would put me in a cell with my client, that way I can prepare for his case.
Oh, wow. Did he do that?
Well, he wound up getting rid of the Senate because it made him look stupid because the attorney saying,
yeah, I think they got rid of the judge too, I think.
Yeah, they got him out the judge. It was wrong what he did. Because he got called out about some stuff he did in his chamber where he discussed something with the client.
Privately, that's right. Yep.
He wasn't supposed to. He should have had them in, and he knew about it. He was mad because he wouldn't tell him how he knew.
Yep.
He let him know how you know that was a private conversation. It could have been private in your chamber when he knew it.
Yep.
So the judge sentenced him to be incarcerated for not telling him, and he told the
judge,
put
him in, and held him in contempt, I think.
Yeah, that's contempt. When contempt means that means you're in a state of being despised. That's what it means. He said, when they say I'm gonna hold you in contempt, that means you're in a state of being despised.
Yep.
That's why they get you out of his sight. I despise you. Get out of my sight.
Yep.
I better take him in, because I just said I despise you if I hold you in contempt.
Yeah.
So with that, it's just things we need to know. So with him, the reason I brought up his attorney told him put him in the cell with his client. He said, because he told him, he said, I'll go to bat for my client. He said, I'm right. He said, I'll go. He said, just put me in the cell with him so I can be able to still prepare for his case. And that just threw the judge. He know what to do with that. You heard, instead of somebody going out, I'm gonna have you disbarred, I'm gonna have you going out. No, he didn't. He just told him, you would put me in the cell, let me stay in the cell with my client so I could finish preparing for his case.
Right.
He was supposed to go in on the weekends.
Yep.
But they wound up, retracting that. He said, look at who? Look at the bear. He is in the natural habitat. Bear Grylls tiptoeing with 50 soldiers around him. LOL. He ain't in the woods alone. And you're exactly right. But see, it's a good imagery to show Bear Grylls out there. Let me tell you what people don't know. Bear Grylls flies when he's out here. He has a helicopter. He got other people around him and camera people. It looks beautiful when you see him walking. Notice who's carrying the camera.
Got a point.
It looks good when you see back. Just pull Bear Grylls up one time, your man. Just see.
I'm gonna see if I can find something. But when I grew up, they had the alligator, the crocodile hunter, and I never thought about that. I thought that man was on his own. I never considered what you just said.
We'll have a team of people. Let me tell y'all something else. When Bear Grylls is out there, when he was doing that, his team also has their own food. Listen, if you pull up, you can see. I was going to say, listen. Sometimes he don't get food. They have to give him some of their food. He falls in a situation he can't get out. They have to pull him out. Pull up the one episode that show where he gets help. Let people see so they can see for themselves. They have food, everything. They have to pull him out of holes, pull him off the side of mountains, but they won't show you that. That's a joke, man. I ain't believe it. Just like the other guy. Remember what the one? Who was he? Who was that guy? Y'all remember him? Turtle Man. But you said they busted him, right, and got his show off TV and his mama. You saw that?
Mm-mm.
Yes. That you know why his show off the air? Because those animals were tame animals they had. They put a raccoon in there, and he was trying to get the little baby raccoon from it. It was a male raccoon.
So, yeah.
Everything was tanked. Yeah, they set the whole thing up. His mama got mad by something she told on him. But this the thing. She told on the camera people knew it. They all staged it.
Mhm.
You think they didn't know it was staged? They the one videoing it.
For crossing these, just because you don't know what's solid and what's hollow underneath.
So he holding his own camera. Look at white man.
Look at the white
man. He just walked right across showing. Look at that.
Like
You
it
see
ain't
that?
nothing.
But you know how Bear
Look at
Grylls,
that.
look at that, could have walked around. Look at what he did. Look
He
at
coulda
Sean.
just
Walk right around.
Look, they got
He
cars.
For crossing these, just because you don't know what's solid and what's hollow underneath.
Look, make this look more dangerous. Look, jump down. Look. Wow, man, he's so bold. That could have crashed down here. Look at that. Walking. Then show you, look at it. Retarded. I'm trying to tell you, make a fool. Look at it. Why would you jump down? You could walk around right there.
Look, you see the cars back there. There's cars driving.
Yeah.
Look at them cars.
But look what he
For
made.
crossing these, just because you don't know what.
Busted.
Yo, when the alligator, you gotta know, he told me when the alligator man. Now he was real. Believe it or not,
The crocodile under Steven. What his name
I
was?
forgot his name, but he put himself in a bad situation.
Irwin. Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Crocodile under Steve Irwin.
Yeah, he should stay with Crocodile. He saw him beside.
You think he was real too?
Yeah. He
was one of the originals, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he would really push the alligator in to the end. People that with him, but the alligator, I mean, he pushed his end with things, you know. See that they sleep in RVs after the shoot. Yeah, he showed us. The people with him, the camera, they got their own food, roll every day there to help him. If he fall, they're gonna get him up. They keep it up. Look at that. Then the car's driving down the street. Now he showed you that on front of the camera. This like he's somewhere way out, somewhere stuck. No civilization. Did y'all see them cars driving down the street?
Yep.
But see, that's how. And then look, he could have walked right around. Makes zero sense to do that.
Now that's funny. That was crazy.
And then tell you how unstable it was. He up in the air. You thinking, oh my God, I hope he don't fall. Please don't. Man, the whole thing a joke. Justin, that just show you. But that's how. Guess what? It makes us feel. It makes us think that they're more braver than we are. They're more adventurous than we are. You see what I'm saying? They're not afraid of anything. They create. I told you before. They create all your fears and phobias. You can't let people cast them down. Whatever the fears and phobias. Listen, cast them down. I heard a man say one day. I won't repeat the guy named Chris because he's a little nutty. So don't ask me who told me. He said his grandma, he was looking and said his grandma seen the white people. He said, Grandma, they ain't cold. She said, baby, they cold. They just trying to make you think they're not. They out there with no cold. They're just trying to scare you. They cold just like you. Because you're like, man, look at they don't even be cold. Why they don't be cold? They get sick. Because the illusion is, think about this. The master, the slave master made the so-called Negro believe that he was awake all night, that he watched him all night, leave the light on, and he would stay up all night watching because he thought master was watching. And master get up and come down, and he ain't even tired. Because it's the illusion of making you, that's how they keep you subordinate to them. Yeah. Invisible Hood, they shot down my boy. Who is that? Harambe? Who is that? Who's Harambe?
I think it's a gorilla.
He's a gorilla. Oh my goodness. You know who the gorilla is? Oh, you see the picture down there?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. A little boy jumped in the gorilla cage with the gorilla.
Oh, I remember the news. Yeah.
Yeah.
They ended up killing the gorilla because the boy jumped in the cage with him.
Charlie Raw cooked the mama for that baby falling in that gorilla pit. I cooked her. I can't remember that. She need to be slapped. I remember they almost killed my gorilla one time. They got my gorilla and put him on an army uniform and put him in the military.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I knew that's where that's going. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, my gorilla. Huh? They tried to blame the dad, and he wasn't even there. He was at How bad it is, man. Listen, man. I know that right. Not them slick bucket shoes. You know, man. Listen, you wear them slick, but them old George Washington shoes can't chop down no cherry tree. I can't wear them things, man. Them shoes made for Prince. That's all right, though. Yeah, we steady try. Yeah, listen, we live in a sad society, but guess what? In order to fix it, it take people. It take people just like you and I, guys. That's how you get changes made. All it takes is enough of us to have a consensus to say, no more. It stops today. This is how we'll start to move. This is how we'll get change. Change can happen with us. It don't take everybody. It just takes enough of us. Now Trump got elected. He didn't get everybody to vote. It just took enough people to say enough is enough. Don't you know if you're really sick and tired of your situation, then you need to make changes. You don't have to wait on everybody else. You just got to have a mindset. You got to start looking at your future, your welfare, start caring about yourself. And when you make decisions about caring about yourself, you always got to have just a little more to care about somebody else too. And we appreciate you guys for letting us come in your house another week, another Thursday night. You do it, and we appreciate you. I can't tell you how much we love you, love you, love you, love you. If anybody asks you, do you mind? You tell them you always mind. Every Thursday night, right here on Two Mics and My Mic. Nobody else told you they love you, and we love you. And our language is called a hug. Truly, love, Dr. Resident Joe. Take us home.
Hey, yo. I want to start by first following off what you said about caring and making change. And my saying for tonight is care first by changing within first.
Okay.
Okay.
For you, let me tell you something. 100. It's better than Rosa Red, Violet, or Blue.
Okay, so change.
Go ahead. What you got, Joe?
Wait. Preacher was gonna go.
Well, I do it. Well, we're gonna do it off a change. Listen, make sure if you're gonna live your life like a dollar bill, always be ready to change.
All right. Let's keep it going. That's pretty good. Keep it going. We get some snaps.
I'm feeling the same way.
I messed up.
All right.
Uh-oh, here you go. Akuma Matata. Go ahead.
Got one.
Y'all be quiet on the side. Let's hear this. Go ahead.
Preacher, you get me nervous that way.
No, I told him on the side.
Too much pressure. It's too much.
All right, let's be quiet, y'all.
Connect with the people that will help to make the change in this world. Preacher, don't do that, please. They're gonna take a picture of you.
They need to get a picture of you. You need to
Create the change. Create the change with the people that will help make the change.
Yeah, try to connect with the Mexican drug dealers over in Mexico.
Matata.
Get change. Oh, there you go. That's all. Come on, Matata.
All right. You know who up next?
Okay, Dr. Joe, I like that. You don't like that, just shut your mouth.
Okay. Thank you, Lakira.
Oh, yeah, great show, Hobby.
Oh, excuse me.
Hold on, before you go, she got Andrew. If you do what you have always done, you'll get what you have always got. I like that. Andrew be throwing some stuff. He made it tight for you. Go ahead, Tony.
He needs a check, Preacher.
Right, because it didn't tie into anything that we've said.
Thank you.
Get it, Tula.
Go. I mean, that's a nice thing. Thank you, but
I'll with you, Andrew. Go ahead.
Good health is not something we can buy.
Mm-hmm.
However, it can be an extremely valuable savings account.
That's right. I like that. That is very wise.
Thank you, friend.
that is sick.
Wise. If you really think, I think it's just analytical. It's an analytical quote.
Okay. There was somebody say, Joe, I think you say in this world every week. Folks,
I tell you why. Because we
Yeah.
live in this world, even though we're not from this world.
We finna move you so
Oh,
well.
preach that thing, Joe. Preach that
I
thing.
got it from my preacher.
Look here.
It's about change too. Look at Andrew. Andrew says it's about change.
Okay, look here.
But you shot him down.
No, yeah, I did. What you talking about? We were talking about health. We were talking about that.
We were talking about, he said change.
And in order to make a health, you got to make change. So in order to get into
Hold
the
on,
health
man.
area,
In order to make health.
in order to get to the health era, you got to make a change.
Oh my goodness. I'm so confused tonight. Are y'all with that lady Tiffany up there in Dalton? What are y'all talking about?
Literally, you're not gonna act like that guy now and run us
Yeah.
down, huh?
That came off a fruit roll up the box, Tulin. He says that came out one of them fruit roll up boxes.
Woo!
Yeah, you're right. You hit on it.
Is not.
Look, you cut them down. You know how Andrew, yours was so tight. It was laid down. I knew they couldn't do nothing. Sarah talking about okay too. Sarah, go have that baby sit down somewhere.
Believe Sarah didn't get it.
Look at that Hair Credit Union flashback. I'm with him.
Why she didn't get
Yeah.
that? Good
Joe
health.
preaching. Look at that. Joe preaching now. Joe, it's a lot of folk watching you. And Chelsea's a hater. I agree with that. Now that's true. Chelsea will hate. Invest in your health. Go sit down somewhere. Tell me invest in your health. Ernie said he lost. I don't blame you, Ernie.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Once you and Tula go out there to Zaxman and fill out somewhere, because y'all definitely got that business. He said, I appreciate it, Roy. I appreciate you. If you always change, you will never stay the. Okay, here we go. Where you at right now? I'm going to slap your face. Where you at?
I like it. Look here.
If you always change, you're going to have a bunch of dirty clothes.
Facts.
Stolen from a G.I. Joe episode. Wow. Tula, you done.
In the world?
He said he stole it from a G.I. Joe episode. Tula. All right, Tula, what one we got from the computer tonight on the other one? Oh, that was it. Yeah, she know it.
No,
Look
she
how
got one there. Come on, give us.
No, that was I kept looking
You can
at.
do it. You can do it too. Don't give up. You
Need
can
a
do
soft spot in a world of hardness. God, just don't do it in prison. Please, and stop that. Listen, the man just called you out, Chelsea. Just go and admit it.
How about the change starts now?
Be like Jane Doe and make a loaf. Go ahead, Faith. Go ahead, Faith. I see you out there, Faith. I see you.
Oh, dough. Got it. Loaf. Like, okay. Bread dough. Got it.
All right, what you got, Tula? Take us on. What you got for a girl?
Oh, you want to hear what I did? Okay. Ideas are yesterday. Execution is today. And excellence will see you tomorrow.
What? No, you're not gonna laugh at my friend. No.
Oh my goodness! When I heard her say that, I was
how
like,
you laughing at her? You try to call that
he
same
said
stuff
that in
in
real life, like
today is today, tomorrow, and next week and the week after this week.
with a
What are you
straight face.
talking about?
People's like,
Hey, yesterday's yesterday.
And
Oh,
tomorrow,
wow, you're not gonna do that today because you guys did okay.
tomorrow, you'll all be.
Hey,
What is the word?
that's
What
fine.
did he say? Great job. Y'all remember to hit that cash out.
Yeah, y'all hit that cash out, y'all. We running low. They're running low. Don't do that. Don't make it do like Trout. Now we got to start cutting off. Y'all, come on now.
That's right.
Supporting for a turd one time. Then we tried to listen. We tried to get everybody's support. Remember, our end when we were really trying to help out with these kids.
What?
You know, with the kids, man, sex trafficking and kidnap, and women in general. And these are boys and girls, black and white, Hispanic, every race, nationality. We don't care. It's not about just black kids. It's about kids. So your support goes to help us. It pays for us being on here. Tula does it out of pocket.
No, Dwayne.
Oh, he does. Well, see that Dwayne does not out of pocket, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't need. You know, I do.
We ain't gonna give it to you, so shut up. We ain't gonna give it to you, so shut up.
We were just saying.
Yeah, we ain't even that. We can care less. Bring We don't care. We don't. But no, we do. We appreciate what everybody doing. Appreciate that too. You know, everybody every one of us have hectic, busy life too. Every Thursday meetings, every day at work for the county. Love Doctor from working claims, other things he's doing for working me, doing building. I'm in the car lot, then phone, trying to handle other things and other business and situations we handling. Resident Joe married, then she's doing therapy with kids and going ahead to check on. So all of us, we really live hectic lives, but we take time out and do this because we like talking to people and we want to try to give something back and just be that different group. We appreciate what all you guys do. We appreciate you guys showing up. We love you. You know, seeing some of our regulars are not there tonight. I know Confederate 48 was looking to be here tonight, but I think he might have an episode. He might not be feeling well, but always in our prayers. And, you know, a lot of you guys, we appreciate you. Some of them weren't here tonight, but, hey, we always love you all. Like we tell you, appreciate, guys, what you do. I appreciate you supporting us, help getting the word out about us. And, hey, we all family. We're going to keep doing what we do. Somebody put stop hating Andrew. Y'all, that's right. Y'all stop hating Andrew because Andrew ain't never been good to y'all. That's right. I appreciate y'all putting that there. Stop hating Andrew because you can't get off sayings. You know what I'm saying? You can't rhyme without punchlining. Don't get mad at Andrew. You got to read the back of a cereal box to try to figure out what to say. Don't hate and stop hating Andrew. Akuma Matata, stop hating Andrew. Yeah, I just want to put that out there. She said, How do for taking the time out here with. We appreciate you. Faith, and listen, Faith stayed busy. That woman stay on the run. She done 100 things at one time. We appreciate you, sweetie, taking. And all of you guys, we know y'all busy. Lawson, Derek could come on here when he got from work from the plantation. All y'all women, I appreciate you, everybody.
Yeah.
All y'all, I ain't see Sid tonight. I'm sure you probably
Lawson, Worminati, definitely appreciate y'all.
Wait, yeah, we appreciate all y'all on here. Sarah, Drunk, Locker,
Andrew,
Ness,
appreciate y'all.
Chavez, they got
y'all
we
tuning in.
see them 5 times a week, 3 times a week, and twice on the Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was sitting on here? Who else on here? Andrew, Locker Ness on here a lot. She ain't but trouble. We need to suspend her account.
Y'all live, cuz.
Oh yeah, and then Humpback on here. We appreciate Humpback bringing live entertainment. Yeah, appreciate him. I seen somebody Rashida. There go Derek. I seen him. What's going on? Oh yeah, Chess.
We appreciate all the help.
Yeah, we usually have Black Anus. Oh, you be on him? Remember that?
What?
What's the name? I'm sorry. They gonna say it.
Black Anger.
Oh, Anger. Black. Okay. I ain't got nobody now. I'm with y'all. So we multimedia group multimedia. Appreciate
I'm multimedia, appreciate the support.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
We got John D. What up, John?
Way on him. Yeah, he was on. They're gonna say, we got Stasha, got Darren, appreciate him. And woo, appreciate him. So look at hold on, we got Miss Bueller. Appreciate you, Miss Bueller.
Oh, Fair Bear. Okay, Fair Bear.
Okay.
Appreciate all the help.
Well, make sure to put a like in that video.
Somebody is that figure skate, or she gonna put her husband in the figure 4?
She was answering a question when somebody thought that they had surfers that would died in the crash. So,
yeah,
she was just saying what kind of sport.
We don't see Justin. Some people don't sign in, but they own him. Y'all start signing in so we can see y'all. Big Lee, he'll be on him. Don't forget you, bro, to say something to Jordan and Ian. They could be in the bed.
I shot them out at the beginning of the show.
Black Angels.
But I'll say it to them again. Yeah, they're in the bed by now, but Jordan and Ian and Darren. I got remember Darren. Darren, one of my day ones too. He's a big supporter.
No, you joker.
Hey, the man tell me all the time that he rooting for me.
Big Lee, okay.
There you go. That's what I told her. I know usually he might not sign in, but we appreciate all y'all. We can't do what we do without you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We love you. We appreciate you. We can do what we do.
about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and 2 Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. 2 mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. 2 mics and a mind. 2 mics and a mind. 2 mics and a mind. 2 mics and a mind.
All right, you do something better, I'll do something better. We'll be better together. Until next week, y'all will end.
And Lady B took it hard ball to y'all. I hope y'all